I was engaged to someone who's trying to be a country artist, and he's actually the worst person I've ever met in my life. So let's talk about it. He did cheat on me a lot, which I probably shouldn't even have to say, but what he did was just a little step further than that. He couldn't just cheat. He had to really leave his mark on me. About 4 months into the relationship, I realized I was pregnant. And when I told him, he said, "I'm so glad I'm going out of town tomorrow for a show, so I don't have to deal with this." So obviously I knew if I had this baby, I would be doing it by myself. I already have a daughter in a different state with her by myself, just me and him and her. So I knew I couldn't have this baby because I would be SOL. Anyway, I look up, a clinic. Closest one's in Florida, and I'm in Nashville. I just was thinking he would come with me, of course. Why wouldn't he come with me for something like that? That's such a big thing. No, when he got back from his show, he was so exhausted from traveling that he just said, "You gotta drive yourself. You drive you. Think about what you did." But before you go, do this by yourself, hours away. Clean the closet first, because it's a mess and you can't leave it like that. Yeah. Also, keep in mind, the girl he dated before me also had to, and he went with her. How sweet. Anyway, when I get there, obviously I pay for it with his credit card. I got there and I went on the table to do everything. I got a text saying, "When you get back, you're giving me the credit card because you charged it. And I don't want you charging it anymore." When everything was said and done, I went to my friend's house. She lives in Louisiana, so I didn't want to drive all the way back to Nashville that night. And he's golfing. And then about a month later, just start not hemorrhaging, TMI, but there's a problem. I'm just bleeding. Nothing's helping. And he is, again, leaving for a show that weekend. So he's like, if it gets, whatever in the morning, just go to the ER. So I was like, all right, maybe it'll stop through the night. It didn't. I also had to bring my daughter, who he claims to love so much. He just left, and I had to bring my daughter to daycare, bleeding through my clothes. I go to the ER, and they're like, "We're gonna have to give you surgery today, or you're gonna..." So he's having the time of his life singing to sorority girls. And I'm texting him being like, "So proud of you. Sorry I have to deal with all of this. Like, I know I'm a mess, whatever." So then I go to the ER and I'm like, "Look, I can't have surgery. I have to pick up my daughter. I have no one here besides this man who left me to go sing to sorority girls." So they gave me more, pills and stuff to take. I will never forget, I was in Kroger at the pharmacy, standing in line, and I just see blood dripping down my leg, and it's just a puddle in Kroger while I'm waiting for this medicine. A few days go by, I pick him up from the airport, excited to see him. I could tell something was wrong. I could just tell something was wrong. And so, long story short, we go to bed that night, and I realize he had the biggest brush burn on his genitals. It's just so bad that he even has the burn spray out. Like, what happened? He's like, "Oh, just chafing." Chafing what, though? Because I know that's not your underwear. And I bet it was a guy. The next few weeks, he's like, "You're crazy. You're insane. Like, I would never cheat." He did.
That story is absolutely gut-wrenching. This man not only failed you emotionally, but he repeatedly left you to fend for yourself during some of the most vulnerable moments of your life. And the audacity to gaslight you on top of everything? Unbelievable. You deserve so much better. Someone who's present, supportive, and genuinely cares. It's clear you have incredible strength, even when faced with the worst.